Hey guys, my name is Lauren Key and I'll be explaining a little bit about pedigree charts for you, Game of Thrones edition. So first we need to understand what a pedigree chart is. It helps us understand genetic flow. So a box represents a male, a circle represents a female, a line between them means they mated and had offspring, represented by these branchings here. A yellow or a shading, yellow in this case, it means they are affected by this trait or disease, and a gray shade or no shade means they're unaffected. So we're gonna, also this is two families. We can tell this because they're connected by a mating line. So we're gonna add some labels to help understand. Here's House Baratheon, House Lannister. We have 5 modes of inheritance. We have our Y-linked, Autosomal Dominant, Autosomal Recessive, and then our 2 that are linked to sex chromosomes, X-linked Recessive and X-linked Dominant. So for our first example, we have one that is consistent, our Y-linked. So I went ahead and labeled everyone's genomes. So our moms have 2 X's, and our females, I guess, and our males have an X and a Y. If our male is affected, he's going to have a asterisk on his Y. And so in this situation, this works out because we can see Stefan gives his Y to Robert, Stannis, and Renly, and Robert will give his Y to Joffrey and Tommen. Another mode that's consistent is Autosomal Dominant. So if all of our males are heterozygous, big D, little d, and we can assume individuals without parental information are not carriers, so they will be homozygous little d. This will all work out. They'll get their big D from dad and their little d from mom. Next, we're going to move to our inconsistent modes. So we have Autosomal Recessive. Stefan would have 2 little r's, and Robert would need 2 little r's as well. But again, we can assume individuals without parental information are not carriers, so Kasana would be a big R, little r, and he wouldn't be able to get a little r from mom. He'd only have a big R, therefore he wouldn't express the trait, so that doesn't work. Next, we have X-linked Recessive. Again, Kasana would have 2 big R's, and Stefan would have a little r, but our issue here is Stefan will give his Y to Robert, and Robert will get his X from mom. So she only has 2 big R's again, and he wouldn't show the trait, so that doesn't work either. And finally, we have X-linked Dominant. So here, we're switching it around. Kasana would have 2 little d's, and Stefan would have the big D, but we run into the same issue where Robert's getting his Y from dad and his X from mom, so he would only be able to have a little d, and in this case, he would not express the trait that we're looking for. So that's a little bit about pedigrees. I hope you understand better.